Hello, educators. Welcome to the writing workshop and welcome back if you've been here before. This is the second part in a three-part series about the personal narrative. So if you didn't see the first part, check it out and then come back and look at this one. So now we're going to be in part two. We've looked at mentor texts. We have a sense of this genre and how it lives in the world. And now we have to think about what comes next, how to get our students started. So we're in part two of our personal narrative tutorials. We're going to talk about drafting and or revising. So drafting might be the first time we take a stab at a story. It might be the second. But your students may already have something in their notebooks that they want to revisit, because at this point, you're probably doing a lot of daily writing, if you saw the daily writing routine video. And you've looked at the heart map, and students have been writing from topics that come from their heart. Take a look at that video too. And then students have probably 20, 30, 50 pages of ideas in their notebook. So drafting or revising means that they might open up their notebook and say, you know, I wrote this draft a while ago. I want to circle back to that and see if I can take it through the writing process. Or they might say, I really want to try something new. I've seen these great mentor texts and I have another idea for my story. So drafting and or revising. So mine the student notebooks. Mine. Open up those student notebooks, have them start looking through and see if the ideas are there that they really want to spend time on. Remember the student notebooks. They have tables of contents in the back. They've been tracking it since the beginning of the year. There's lots in there that they might work with. And then it's also not starting from the beginning. Revisit their heart map. So maybe the students haven't drafted it, but if you take out the heart maps again and look through it, maybe there's an idea. So if we just are looking at my heart map here, we see happy, sad memories, wedding, father dying, mom, sister being mad at me, objects, places, stories. What's this? Oh, obsessions. I wrote about Twizzlers. Check out that video. Secrets. Ooh, that might be interesting. Some people. So one of these topics might have like a personal narrative story. Probably the one about my father dying. That might be one, but it might be too emotional. So maybe I won't write about that one. So again, take the opportunity to do this with your students. Talk to your students. Open up your notebook. Say, what about this topic? What about this topic? And your students might say, oh yeah, I want to hear about that. Or show them your heart map and kind of look through it again and say, oh, this might be interesting. Again, you should do what you're asking your students to do, and they'll be really invested in your story and you'll be invested in theirs. So if none of that is working, and you might see like students are kind of reverting back to writing about a favorite vacation or something, those may not lend themselves really well to a personal narrative. It may be more of like an essay, because there might not be a story there with like conflict and resolution and aha moment. So another way is to offer a few additional prompts that really lend themselves to personal narrative. So here's several, like a beloved gift, or your first funeral, or an injury, an illness, the first time you tried a hobby or a sport, a favorite hiding place, a beloved object or toy, a family experience, dealing with loss, adjusting to a move, all these different ideas here. I'll put them in the links below. But these might be places where students say, oh yeah, I have a story about that too. So now that we have some ideas, now that we have our mentor text, we're going to get into teacher modeling. So come back here for the next video.